While the VOR IndyCar Series takes its off-season, we can certainly keep you entertained with a little bit of weekend action in the Indy NXT car. Welcome along to the VOR Indy NXT Series. For the next 3 weekends, we're going to be giving you some exciting action around 3 special venues with some very quick and speedy sprint races. We're going to be doing race 1 and 2 here at Laguna Seca, the roller coaster in the South California desert. And we are green. Long run down here to the first corner. Caden Kale ducks back in line, then out again. Hopefully we can get all 9 cars through here in one place for 3 wide in the back. Liam O'Sullivan already climbing 4 positions in the very back of the field. Uston's Road Nefting dropping, but David Glenn struggling even more there in the back. Indy Kirkenbauer's off the track and backwards. The only one to really lose grip of that car throughout the corkscrew and still trying to get it in one piece, but struggling to find the reverse gear. That's going to be a tow for the first race to the corkscrew. Used to be a free track on iRacing. Most accounts will still have it, but actually isn't anymore. Very loose on exit, and that's going to punish a lot of drivers going down the hill. Put down a bit too much power. Quite stable up ahead. Second gaps between the top 3, sort of leaning on the push to pass next to each other. Not making too much ground. Here comes Liam O'Sullivan to the inside. It's a big send. It's a bold one. He's got it clear on exit though. Moves up a place. It's going to be 2 seconds now to the next car of Kaya Elderson. Keep an eye on a replay of Kirkenbauer here. So here's what happened. It's a lock-up, and it's a bad one. That's a lot on those rears that sent the car flying around, and it's pretty lucky that Indy didn't catch anyone on the way, because there was someone basically right in his way. I'm curious as to who's taking the most off tracks regardless. Actually, it's only 1 for our leader, Williams. You can get a wheel sort of head set time somewhat on the gravel. Probably don't want to be that much on the gravel. That's Sebastian Kinder going wide on a corner that is very easy to overcook and carry too much speed into. There was a bit of a hit of the bump. The bump might have actually unsettled that car. I mean, it didn't like unsettle it, but it certainly started just plowing it in a directly forward. From the external view, it is a small bump. That might be a Talladega Nights reference on that car, by the way. One of these drivers is going to have to pull a bit of a miracle, I think, in order to make a pass happen, or some accident's going to need to happen down the line. That's a very, very poor exit, although up the hill on Liam O'Sullivan is going to try and take that. He actually is going to get side by side in the corkscrew, almost thinks better of it. Elderson's out wide. You are sometimes pushed out wide if someone gets alongside you there. But he did have the space, spooked out of it. One mistake leads to another. O'Sullivan's going to take that podium place from the back. Both drivers effectively have no more push to pass in the tank here. Elderson's a little bit more. Make it 7 seconds, 5, 4 seconds. Alonso's got nothing. This will be the duel for the final podium position on the first race. I do think that battle's going to end the same way it is, so we can focus up ahead on Aiden Williams, or Adam Williams. There's an Aiden right behind him, and that's my excuse. Who has led all 12 laps on the first race, and we'll see what he can do from the back for race 2. Elderson not really able to mount a battle on O'Sullivan in this time, so O'Sullivan goes from last to 3rd on that first race. Might be able to do it again, because he'll be jumping right to the back for the next one. Finishing results around 1, Adam Williams, Adam Aiden Kale, then Liam O'Sullivan, Kaya Eric Elderson, then Martez Esquire Markamimi, David Clennon's in P6, Sebastian Kinder's in 7th, Road Nefting is an 8th, and Indy Kirkenbauer did not finish. That right-hand side is a terrible launch, and right up through the middle, we're going to send it 4 wide. There's no space for that. Elderson sends it right up the middle of the whole field and makes a dive into turn 1. 3 wide again through turn 1. It's amazing that we've gone away with this without contact. O'Sullivan trying to send it up through the middle. With Markamimi down the line, hasn't quite gone it clear. Markamimi is the blocking point, and O'Sullivan's around. That was not going to last forever. There's like a stack of replays that's already built up that we're going to have to get to on a backlog. But Elderson punching it up the middle was 1, and then O'Sullivan leaving this race as another one. He's meatballed and out. And we wrap up our first lap. It's Kirkenbauer, then Elderson, then Kinder, Markamimi, Eftink, Kale, Clennon, and Williams. Make it Kale, having just forced a pass for that last turn ahead of Eftink though. Quite a bit of side-by-side. Drivers really trying to shuffle out now. Markamimi swoops back into the P3. Got a lot of shuffling on this grid. A lot of our highest performers have dropped, but Indy Kirkenbauer hasn't. This is going to be bowled into the corkscrew on the inside. Adam Williams is going to take it. Efting very much backing out of that one on purpose, I think. And Clennon too. Alderson is really breathing down the neck of Kirkenbauer. Takes it into the last turn. Pass for the lead. But it was just a bolt to send to the inside of the last turn. Clearly faster. Now further back, Aiden Kale. Look at drivers here trying to assert their place. Way braver on the brakes than last time. Behind, Williams just did the exact same to Kinder on the same turn. Let's take a look at some of the things that happened on this first lap, and there's quite a few things I might be interested in. But here's Liam O'Sullivan. That's with F-Tink on the inside. Big run from Adam. Does outbrake. A poor exit, and sort of Makamimi just flies right into him on the outside of the turn. 4 wide was absurd. There was at least one car that was sent too wide, but that line on the right-hand side got a horrible jump. Ellison was the only car of any pace, and that's just how you fly past the whole field. I'm surprised they kept it going 3 wide for that long. That's usually never a thing you want to do further back. But you are in a panic when you're in the middle. The battle for the lead is on. While the battle for the lead is on, I can sneak in, and I'll sneak it in a little bit actually. I might get cut off really badly. Looking left and looking right. Both cars about equal on the push to pass. Only a 3-second delta. And that's the move. Road F-Tink, by the way, off the track. Drops a place as well. Makamimi's car is in bits. I don't know if we caught that one, but we're going to need to take a look. Even I didn't catch that, and I've got my own angles. Oh, the Indy NXT, the Indy NXT car does Indy NXT car things to you there. And we'll start with F-Tink. Now, I think his car was damaged because the lap before, he actually took the hump. Now, I don't know what Kale was doing going down. I thought he might be running the pit lane, but really that's a road to nowhere. And then a more of a spectacular wreck here for Indy Kirkenbauer. That's going to spell the end of getting good points today. Keeps out of the wall, doesn't need reverse gear either. There will be a finish on the books here. Okay, I've rewatched Kale's, and by the way, it was not an errant going the wrong way, I promise. Got very loose out of the downhill turn that you sent at max speed, and so the car was just going in that direction. Wasn't able to save it in time. It kind of looked like, though, from the early perspective, that he was almost going the wrong way. Well, that is what consistency is all about here. As he comes home to claim the win on race 2. Kaya Ere Alderson finishes out in P1. I've got him, don't worry, I can still rattle them off. Adam Williams is in P2, Adam Aiden Kale, Sebastian Kinder, David Clennon, Indy Kirkenbauer and Road F-Tink, 2 DNFs. Matthias Makamimi and Liam O'Sullivan. Actually, F-Tink was a DNF as well.